And we have the sound. Welcome on in, guys. Hello. Yes. I knew there was something I was missing. Welcome back, guys. Yes, it's been hot, but look at that. Water. Water with, well, dripping water with ice cubes and frozen raspberries. So extra ice cube, but colorful. And a tiny, tiny bit tasteful. Anyway, not tasteful. I mean, yes, tasteful, but tasty. Really, that's what I wanted to say. Carlinta, welcome on in. Skink, a close second. A close second. Probakis, hello. Welcome on in. Lovely to see you there. I have seen Joseph, of course, on Twitch today. Welcome back. And we were talking about the weather. It is hot. Southeastern Europe isn't the best place to roam out outside before 9 p.m. Is that where you are? No, I did reset the bot, Max. I did reset the bot. I heard Skink's greetings. There's already been a number of people who were first. It's just that you were fourth. That's what's happening. I hate people. You were here before me. How dare you? I'm gonna have some of that water right now because it is hot. But I have invested so I have tested the mic and I don't think you're hearing the fan. If you do, though, tell me. I can try to move it a little bit in such a way that the mic really, really, really doesn't pick the air, but I don't think that's the case. And I need to show you that. Yes, Max. I'll turn it off now. But then I can't speak. I use speakers, I can't hear anything gate noisy. Good. I mean, when I look at the microphone, it doesn't pick anything when I don't speak. But then when I start speaking, you know, all bets are off. The plan for today, gosh, I'm already feeling hot. And it's going to be like that for the next 4 or 5 hours, I guess. Prof, hello, welcome back. The plan for today, I have made quite a bit of progress with my Morrowind Flex. I realize now I really meant to make a flexible installation, but now it sounds like, yeah, I call my Morrowind Flex because I have X number of mods. It really is not a flex, but you know that, okay? It's because it's flexible. These mod specific will be moved at the end. Simply for now, when I install a mod and it has a TR version or a beautiful Cities of Morrowind patch or anything like those. I even put one for the main quest. I don't know if I'll keep it. Basically, I want to put here the mods that are really interesting if you play the main quest. So that would include, well, voiced Vivek, for example, but I would include Julan as well. So I will see. Maybe there won't be more mods, and I put that, you know, in the other categories. But for now, that's what I'm doing, and these are the ones with the HD versions. The core, I have added a few core mods. In particular, I have added a couple of weapon replacers or unique replacers. They're there. So these are enabled. There's a lot of core mods. I have currently Muse and Aura disabled because they were giving me warnings. Hey Variel, welcome back. I know Aura has been updated, so I need to install it, but for what I'm doing right now, installing mod and testing them, I don't need to have Muse or Aura, so I don't have them enabled, but I do have everything else. And yep, we'll take a look at those. We'll select a few. I have done replaces were done, including last time we did the UI replaces. So we're gonna pick one and see the result, because I haven't had a chance to see that. But what I have done is the new gear addition, and that is quite a few mods that add weapon, armor, clothing you want to be enabled. It has taken me a lot of time, not so much because I was looking for mod, but because I absolutely wanted all the mods that can actually benefit from it to have to be wares aware and to have the drip integration. So this week I've been making, I don't know, a solid dozen, more than a dozen drip integration. I did publish them on one page. Browse all, I should be there. There. So if you use Merlord's drip mod, with drip you already get Tamriel rebuilt, of Ashen Blight, and Wesley's Fine Clothiers of Tamriel. If you use any of those mods, then you can grab the file, and they will have the drip integration. Actually, if you look at the download, there, it's just one file with all the integrations, and you don't have to have all of the mods. Like, it will be sitting on your installation, and only when you have the mod it will go and look at each of them. So you don't have to pick and choose, just install everything. You don't need those mods, really. So these are there. All of the wares mod have been, where do I have wares? I didn't even link wares. I can be quite an idiot. Not even linking to my own mod. For the wares edition, and actually like 21 optional files. Tell me what you think, guys. I'm considering moving all these optional files to have their own page. The main reason for that is that here, as optional files, I don't want to clutter this page. It's already pretty long. And when I was updating them, I try to always update with the version, so people know that, oh yes, I don't have this one, I want this one. But for the add-ons, I honestly don't remember which ones I have updated, and I don't want to update, it doesn't show there, I don't want to update the main file version when I modify or add some of those. So I'm thinking, if I have a page dedicated for that, it's going to be a lot easier for me to keep track. And on top of that, yesterday I've actually made a few extra mods for wares and drip. Where are they? Are they here? Anticipations. Yes, I have. I can show you the mods, actually. I have not published them yet, but one that I honestly did not remember at all. It's amulets and rings. There we go. Anyone remembers this mod? It adds like 200 basically pieces of jewelry, with different models. And now that we have both wares, drip, and vanity, having different amulets with different styles and different rings that you can actually see. So this, I have made wares aware, I have dripified as well. I just need to, upload it. So that's one of the new ones. I didn't know that mod, I had never used it. And the models are fine. I mean, I'm not super picky in terms of models anyway. The other one that I have done, I don't know if I want to put it as an optional file or if I want to release it on its own. It's a Carnifex Armamentium Complete. I have made it wears aware and drape aware as well. You use those amulets for Masters of Puppets. Oh, nice. I like the models, and some of them are like very role-playing worthy, I feel. And I like that. I want my characters to be able to go, ooh, this amulet, you know, it means something to me. So it's there. So Carnifex Armamentarium. I have made that wears awares, which means the shop is gone. Meaning you don't have to worry about, is it compatible with my grass mod? Is it compatible with Beautiful Cities of Morrowind? Is it compatible with OAB? I think the shop is, I forgot where the shop is. I removed the shop. Yeah, all the sexy armor. I have removed some of the armor. Like some of the armor like this one, for example, it's too skinny. I think I removed that one as well. And I removed that one as well. All of the armor that are shown here, I have removed them. Simply, I don't want to see anyone in my game wearing them. And I'm sorry if you do want, this is still there. I'm sorry if you do want to see them, but I made the mod mostly for myself. And also the other change that I've made, so the shop is gone. I didn't take every single piece of armor. The shop is good. Oh, and I didn't keep the music either. Oh, Prof, you're planning to use one of the rings in your upgrade of Plume Mountain. You're gonna make an upgrade of Plume Mountain? Like extra additional content or bug fixing and improving and polishing? I dislike such armor in game too, especially when female wear them, because let's be honest, facing monsters and beasts, why would you be half naked? Personally, I get that, Mon. Then again, it's a game, we mod it, so I understand that it's up to anyone and everyone to decide what they want in their game, but at least with my mods, I get to decide. And this, like even the arms, can you see? Can I zoom in? No, I cannot. Like, let me see, do we have, this is a better body arm, and well, there's the black part, but it's thicker. This is a vanilla arm. It is a bit thinner, but this is a skeleton. And I was like, no, 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 no. So the armor that I felt was too ugly, I removed. I also removed the armor, like this is a classic mod, okay? And I'm not saying, oh my god, what a horrible mod. I used the mod, I loved it, and I wanted to have it again in my game. But some of the armor, I don't think this one is an example. No, this one I have kept. Though you can see all of the armor, most of the armor is kit bashing, and it's kit bashing well done, like the best of kit bashing we had at the time. But when I looked at the armor and I could go, okay, this is the Imperial Dragon scale. Here we have the chitin pauldron. Here we have, that's one unique helmet, I forgot the name. This is the skirt retextured. This is the Indorial, and so on and so forth. Like when I looked at the armor and I could identify every single piece of the armor, I did not leave it there. So there. Armamentum looks really dope. It is a cool mod, and I get that, especially nowadays where the trend is really to have a vanilla or vanilla plus or vanilla plus plus. I get that it breaks immersion, but I want to have the option for my characters. Like if I play a dark cultist, I want to have a chance to find those quirky, a little over the top demon armor. Like I want to have the option. I'm probably not going to use it with most of my characters, but I like to have the option. So this one, I don't know if I'm going to publish it on its own, if I'm just going to add it to the wares page. The thing with the wares page, take me there. The wares page, putting things as optional files, there's a fairly good chance people are just not going to see them. How many people actually, you know, they see the optional files and there's 20 of them and go through all of them and go, on those, I don't know that, like, or they go, oh yes, I remember that, I'll take it. But the chances that they look through the whole list, first they have to look through the whole list, then they have to go, oh yes, I know that mod, I want it, you know, like mod discovery is almost zero. Like when I put a mod here, chances that people are going to find and discover something are super slim, which is why I think I want to make a separate mod page with all the wares plugins, and I can have a description of each of them. I can have screenshots of each of them so people know what, you know, they can discover some things. That's something that made me quite happy the other day when I looked at some of the comments. I don't have a lot, but yeah, learn some interesting content mod with this. That makes me happy when people find out about mods, because they look at mine. They might not even use mine, but at least they discovered other mods. So I'm gonna have to do that. It's gonna take a while. What else did I do? I did this is also, maybe I'm influenced with the 2005 mod list that we've been playing, but I was like, oh yeah, I want that. Nexus is really crapping out, isn't it? Let's try again. Oh, by the way, I made a drip integration for weapon expansion project. So if you're using it, you can get your weapons dripified as well. This one, do we remember Derrico's loincloth? I actually used to really like that mod. I don't know, I can't think of too many characters that's a lot of ass we're looking at. I can't think of too many characters that would actually need this one. But if I play a barbarian, if I play Princess Leia, I don't know, I want to have the option. So I've made a wares and drip integration for this one as well, which I still need to publish. It's gonna take a while. Let me catch up with you guys. Oh, Joseph, you're back on YouTube. Are you saying Ariel won't sell kinky lingerie now? He might. He might. Like if you have the whole wares collection, there's still some lingerie in there, but not all of it. Dear Magistrate, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Cheers with iced water. Just to link the patch file from the original mod, right? So I'll make a different page also of all the mods that I've made for the integrations that I've made for drip, and the ones that I did yesterday. I'm gonna have to, well, play with them a little bit to test them more. Like I know the drip integrations are working fine, but you know, when you add things to lists, it's very easy to put a skirt in the shirt list. I've done that. It's very easy to grab the left and right pauldron at the same time and put them in the left pole. Anyway, I want to test a little more, but then I'm gonna have to get in touch with a lot of those people and tell them, hey, I made a wares version, I made a drip version, do you want it? If they want it, they'll put it on their page. If they don't want it, I say, fine, do you mind if I post it on my page with a link to your mod and da-di-da-di-da-di-da. So I still have to get in touch with a lot of people, including, I hope you'll be there today, because I also made a drip and wears version for Alandroson's mod. And I was really quite happy because the chest tattoos are clearly for a male, but the arm tattoos work for male and female. So yeah, I was happy with that. So that's something I need to get in touch with Alandroson. So hopefully he'll be there today and I'll know if he wants it straight away. So I've done this one as well. Another one, and I really need to test. Do you remember Treasures of Magic? Hey, Mickey, welcome back. Do you remember Treasures of Magic? It was a Madness mod, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it was a Madness mod. Meaning done with a serious time strain, with a lot of stress going on. And I really like the concept of that mod where they have a couple dozen of new magical enchanted items. They did not really, oh, I see the sword with the Carnathius mod. I removed the weapons that were retextures of artifacts. It bothered me, so I removed them. Another thing I removed. People will hate me. So it added all kinds of artifacts. Some of them are interesting, like this one. Some of them have enchantments, some of them are scripted, and then there's all kinds of little quests and dialogues leading you to those items. I have played with the mod and there were still problems with the quest and the dialogue, some topics that never went away, and a few things, but I really wanted to have that mod in my game. So what I've done, if you look at the download file, let's shrink that to something readable. You see that there are two ESPs. There's the item foundation that has all of the items and the enchantment and the scripts. And then there's the proper treasures of magic that adds the quest and everything. So I made a wares and a drip version of this one. I'm gonna have to test it. I know some of the items are really good. Some of the items are actually cursed and you don't want to get them. I put all of them in the traders list, meaning they will appear in shop with whatever price they have. It might be a little too immersion breaking for most. As far as I'm concerned, I don't mind if I'm level 1 and a trader, maybe not Ariel, okay, but a trader has a piece of glass armor. I'm not shocked. It's not because I'm level 1 that all the merchants are level 1. Like, do merchants start trading higher quality goods when I become level 20? You know, like, I understand that there's the gameplay elements that you don't want to find expensive stuff lying around, but if it's in the shop, I don't have 50k when I'm level 1 unless I cheat, I meta game, because I know where I can get a nice sword, where I can easily steal a whole suit of orcish armor, and I go to Creeper and I, you know, wait 24 hours and I'm level 1 and I have 50k, and yes, I can buy an enchanted glass sword even though I'm level 1. But that's on the player, you know, that's me. When I'm level 1, I go, ooh, that's nice. Maybe one day gives me something to live for. Maybe one day I'll be able to buy it. But I'm not going to use exploits so that I can get it. So people might think it's not balanced to have expensive items in the shop even though you're level 1. I think it's realistic, and I think it lets the player choose how they want to play. They might go, I have to have this now, and they will make, you know, tons of potions. They will live next to Creeper for a whole week if they have to, and that's fine. That's how they want to play. So yeah, but I need to test it to discover more of those items. It's absolutely realistic for nearly priceless items to exist. There's another thing with the prices. Oh, sorry. Before, let me answer the questions before, because I got into my long speech about why you can have expensive items in the game. Where were we? Skink, you hate Vanilla Plus? Stick cannon under a bus. Hey, to each their own. I do enjoy a Vanilla Plus game. I do enjoy having wings occasionally in my game and playing as a fairy. They're not lore friendly, I don't care. I want to be a fairy. That's it. With pink wings and a skirt that goes with it. Everybody can choose. Chant has been having a lot of trouble with Nexus yesterday too. I've had this problem where after a while the search is just not doing anything, but you see when I quit and open a fresh page, not reload, but open, it worked. Weird. Red Baronet, hello. Is there a Nexus control system, a version control system behind the Nexus? You mean for mod versions? I'm going to assume you mean that. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. So yes, when you... what am I going to do? I'll go to where's again. When you want to update a mod, you have to manually enter the new version there. And then when you go to update the mod, you say, I upload a new version, you put the new version, you say, this is the latest version. Like, yes, there are versions, but you need to do it manually along the way and multiple times, including, yes, I didn't want to make a change, that's true, including put the change log there. So yes, there can be, but you see there's one change log for the mod, but when this one has some 20 files with the optional ones, I can't use the same changelog for all of it. Like it's like I updated a few of them and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna call all of them 1.1. That's it. I'm going to assume I've never done anything else with them and I call them 1.1, which is not accurate. Hopefully nobody actually keeps track of the versions of optional files. Otherwise they'll go, hang on, we were at 1.0.2. Why is it now 1.1? Because I forgot what was before. We'll see. I'm sorry to ask this, but I'm new here and new to Morrowind. Are your mods for the older version of the game or the OpenMW version? Art needs soul. Sorry, it took me forever to get there. It depends on the mods, actually. Most of my mods are going to work on OpenMW. Drip, this is an integration for a Lua mod, so that's not going to do anything. This works for both. This is vanilla. This is actually not a mod. This works for both, but I'm added integration so that it would actually work even better with mods like Ashfall. Like I'm a strong believer in mods working together. So when I make a house in particular, I'm going to go, okay, what if people use this food mod? They should be able to cook their food. What if they use this sleeping mod? They should be able to sleep. So I try to make something that will work with as many mods as possible. The astrologer and the night sky will work on OpenMW, but not the scripted elements. So you will get the class and the birth sign, but you will not get the scripted events. This works for OpenMW. This will work. This will partially work. You will get all the new classes, but the code that gives you your starting gear and spells is Lua. It's not going to work. This will, I'm not going to go through all, I don't know how many mods. I think it's about 70. I'm not going to go through each of them. Most of them are going to work on OpenMW. That's the answer. Otherwise, when you look at the description, which one uses Lua? I don't have that many. This one. And normally, if I have done things well, there we go. When there's a mod that requires MWSE, I put the requirements for MGE, which includes MWSE. So you will know. If you try to download the mod, it will tell you you need MWSE. So there you have it. Sorry, it took me a long time to get round to you. Is there a dependency between the main file and the optional one? That was a long time ago, Red Baronet. Which mod were you talking about? When you were asking me if there's a dependency between the main files and the, oh, where's, I'm guessing. The optional files require where, but where's doesn't require the optional files. There we go. I worked it out. I did it. So the optional files are optionals. If you have where's, you don't want to have anything more than just the traders having a variety of vanilla items. This is what you get. If you want the traders to also have Tamriel rebuilt items, which most people consider lore friendly, you can have that. And then if you use the optional ones, you will inject in the wares containers. So at the traders, you will inject the items from that optional mods that you have chosen. We're gonna go in the game and load it. I have installed absolutely every clothing, armor, and weapon mod, so you'll see what it looks like with all of these. Sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes you see an NPC and you look at them and you go, did you get dressed in the dark? Did you you blind? What is it? Because it's like the most atrocious thing ever. Things might be clipping, because obviously when you add 50 mods, that adds different clothing and everything. I confess, I do not take one shirt from the new mod and compare it, like put it on, try it on with every other shirt from every other mod and then every other armor and like with every single item. It's just not possible. I do try on. My Ken from Dot Test has tried every outfit in the game. But sometimes, quite often actually, I look at an NPC and I go, wow, look at that. Shirt matching with the shoes, even the amulet looking good and everything. I actually enjoy stopping and looking at NPCs and checking them out. Sometimes I have to kill them to see what they are actually carrying, but that's for science. Anyway, what you were saying, all the things not working in OpenMW because they are dependent on the script extension, that is most of the time, that's what's happening. Simply because OpenMW now has Lua, but it is not MWSE Lua's Lua is not the same as OpenMW Lua. OpenMW Lua is at the beginning. There's already a couple of mods actually. Well, there's my own mod. Stables, Imperial Stables. Actually, do we have a video? No, but this is my own. So this is how it works with OpenMW. You go stuck in dark sets. No, don't talk. Do not talk. I don't want to hear my voice. Where you activate the haystack, and if you have a companion, boom, they get there. The OpenMW version is actually a tad better, where you activate the haystack and you can see your pet companion walking to it. And that's with the OpenMW Lua version of it. There's both for this one. And more, if you look at the recent mod of eggs and dwarves, gorgeous mod. Sea Loves has already given us amazing dungeons. Like, he doesn't have to prove to us that he's an amazing dungeon builder. We're gonna go with that. Here is using OAAB assets, web assets, which are amazing. And then on top of that, he got some help from Greatness 7, who helps tons of people with modding tools and everything, but he got some help with Greatness 7 so that this mod is going to work either with MWSE or with OpenMW. So now, as much as possible, modders will try to say, okay, my mod requires MWSE. Can we make it work with OpenMW Lua? And if it can work, it happens. If not, well, it's because it's not possible yet. It's simple as that. So more and more, we're seeing there's this one also that uses OpenMW Lua. We start to see those mods with Lua for OpenMW, but it is true that if I go MGE-XC and just looking at this, all of these mods use MWSE. That's a lot. Crap, that's a lot. And they're not all there. That's only the people who actually said, hey, you need MGE, ergo MWSE for your mod to work. All of these mods will not work on OpenMW. Okay, unless it says in the title there's an OpenMW version. Yeah. Yeah, the mod requirements, I wish people, modders, would be quite diligent when documenting their mod, which is putting the requirements if there is one. Like, you have to do it manually. You have to do it manually, but also it means when you're making your mod, you have to take some time to think, all right, is my mod going to conflict with any other mod that I know of? Maybe do some research. What are the requirements? Add them there. What is the load order recommendation? Put it there. Like, I understand there's a lot of things. What is this? Load redistributor. Oh, it randomizes all the loot. I think I'm gonna stick to wares, but that's another way if you want things to be different in your game, I guess. I wish that everybody kept track of their change logs. Sometimes I go, I put twice the same version because I get the numbers mixed up. But yeah, it would really help. And the requirement page and the credits and everything, it's all of this is the default one, so it's kind of not really useful. I'm saying that. I really hope that I must. Whereas, for example, this one. Yeah, as much as possible. So I'm not gonna say I've done it absolutely all the time, but I do try to put the credits there. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I put them here. It depends if my mod page is getting a little too long, because we know people don't really like to read, but at least I put it there. All right, you've got wares and TR working together. It's very good. Thank you. Honestly, for a vanilla plus, just to have wares and Tamriel rebuilt, it's like, it's so nice. It's always bothered me so much, and a lot of my mods try to remedy that in one way or another, that I'm in Seidanin or I'm in Ebonheart, and if you have distant land, you can actually see the main continent, and yet they just don't have the same armor, for example, or the same ingredients. The fact that things would be exclusive to the mainland, when in Vvardenfell we get the brandy, we get things from Cyrodiil, which is even further. So why can't we get other things from Morrowind to Vvardenfell that is part of Morrowind? So having TR items in Vvardenfell and then vanilla items also in TR, or modded items in TR, for me was super important. That's why I made wares. in fact. Arachnid Soul, I just accept gear clipping when I had outfit to different Bethesda RPGs. Same thing, it's not so much because of Bethesda for me, it's because I add all kinds of mods. These are my clothing, armor, and weapon mods that I add to the game. Some of them, this is, oh, hang on, this is a replacer. Do I put it as a core replacer? Yes, I do like that emulate. It's not exactly a mesh or texture fix. They don't have a replacer other or something other. So I know that when I have that many mods from different modders, if I try to put a skirt from one mod with the cuirass of another mod and the boots of another one, and I have a modded hairstyle and modded jewelry, and then I have a mod to display that jewelry, I mean, if it clips, it clips. If it's unbearable, then I just don't wear it like that. But so I completely live with clipping. If it's too bad on an NPC, I will kill them and resurrect them so they get a whole new inventory and they get a whole new outfit, and maybe it's better. That's it. Tier Magistrate. Lure script seemed to be really useful for Test 3 MP also. Actually, the fork, Test 3 MP is a fork of OpenMW, and it actually had some Lua capacity before OpenMW Lua. It was a little ahead in that matter. Am I correct to be really excited for Morrowind modding in the next few years? Yes. Like, yes. It's a great time to be playing Morrowind. OpenMW is still being developed. Issues are being ironed out. New features are being added, so super exciting. There's more and more mods that are made specifically for OpenMW. You can play on Windows, you can play on Linux, you can play on Android, for crying out loud. You can play in VR, you can play in multiplayer, you can play in multiplayer and VR. So there's lots of things to be excited about. And even with Aldwin, MWSC and Lua, and like if you just go to the Morrowind Modding community channel and you take a look at what people are working on, they're not working on that, okay? But if you take a look at what they're working on, it's a new armor by Rufin. I have to check it out. This is nice. Me like, is it Shadow Mimicry? Yes, that's his style. I like that very much. Like, and you're there and you look at people sharing screenshots of their games. You can keep an eye on what's happening with Tamriel Rebuilt and Planet Tamriel, see what they're working on. Like, mod tools, the guys are working on new mod tools to make things even better. Like, you would think after 20 years it's like it's okay, but you know, we make do with what we have. Still new things are being worked on, and like super cool things that I don't quite understand. It's super cool. Red Baronet, I am surprised that there is not a separate section for OpenMW mods as opposed to normal Morrowind. That would be really helpful. Yes, like I get that it's happened to me. Looking at a mod, I think I remember there was it a Black Soul Gem mod or something to soul trap NPCs? Not very recently, but there was a mod to soul trap NPCs, and I was like, oh yeah, neat. And then I looked at it and it was OpenMW, and I was like, oh, bummer. If I had read the description a little quickly, maybe I would have downloaded it, I would have tried to install it, and my game would have crashed, and that would be all kinds of frustrating. So to avoid that sort of frustration, you see a mod, you go, yeah, cool, I want it, and then you cannot have it, or it doesn't work, it crashes your game. Very frustrating, I get that. On the other hand, I don't really like the idea of separating the two. Like in the past, I don't think it's so much the case anymore, but in the past, there was a little bit of a war between the OpenMW team and the MWSC team, or the Old Wind team. And why? Like, why on earth would you want to fight? Like, it's great that you have multiple options. You get to pick the one you want. But anyway, I don't really like the idea of making separate pages, like it's a separate game, like it's a separate community. We all love to play Morrowind. So maybe it would be nice to have something clearer, like a quick and easy way for the modder to say, other than having to say not compatible with blah 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 blah, which like making a mod page can be, it is time consuming. I enjoy making mine actually, but I understand that it's not fun for everyone and it's time consuming. But if there was I mean, we do have, like, when you update, yeah, I gotta show you, when there, when you post a mod, first you need to write your description, blah 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 blah, and then at some point you get to requirements and mirrors. And like, if my mod uses MWSC, all I have to do is do that's it. That's all I have to do to indicate that my mod requires MWSC. And then I can put it in the title and I can put it in the description. Let's not confuse people there. Like, it is possible to clearly label what it is. It would be nice maybe to have a, what do we have? We have tags. They're actually, I don't know that when you upload a mod, you can add tags to it. I think you can add a tag. Yes, I don't want to edit anything. Where, yeah, you can add tags afterwards. I don't know that there's an OpenMW tag. There's an OAAB data for the requirements. But honestly, adding tags, like I do it sometimes a little bit. Even when I take part in the competition, I don't remember to put the tag. I don't think tags work very well. And also when you search, you can't actually search a tag. I don't think tags works very well on Nexus. It's something that could be improved. I think we just have to rely on the modders clearly labeling their mod, and that would be a good start and improvement already. It would be nice if the others. Oh, right, good. You've already had that conversation 10 minutes ago, haven't you guys? Good. I'm gonna catch up with you. Yes, I wouldn't do two categories. Label them. I try to keep my distance turned down in Morrowind. If you can see far, you can see too much. I agree with you there, Arcanid Soul. In my MGE, I have three, I think, 3 cells, and that's the way I like it. I'm playing more Oblivion, so Oblivion and Jin, and from Seydenine I can see Vivek, and I see the Red Mountain, but like I can see too far, and I go like, it's too much. I like I don't want vanilla fog, okay? But the fog certainly adds something, exploring, discovering, like, what's that in the distance? I do like that. I saw that Sacred Necromancer armor today. It's gorgeous and setting appropriate. Honestly, things that Ruffin does, like, no, that's not the one. Exile. That's why I have made in my own install. I cannot publish it because it's not my mod, but I have put together all of Ruffin's mods. I think I called it complete. There we go. Complete Ruffin wares, and I made all of it wares aware and drip aware. I like absolutely everything is done. There we go. It's simple as that. And that new armor, I'm gonna add it for sure. Self-created, yep. But that's a lot more recent than the OpenMW that I mentioned a while ago. But obviously, I think it's called soul trapping. Yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. And not only can you soul trap NPCs, If you have, is it Soul Battle? Yes, Seth Soul Battle. You can soul trap NPCs and creatures as well, and then you can set them up in a little fight, which is just, can you even imagine? I've never seen an open MW tag. Neither have I, actually. And tags are not great. They're not great to use as a modder, as a user. I don't think that's something easy to use right now. I don't even know how to search for tags. Like if there's one already, I can click on it and I will see all the mods that have that tag, but I don't know how to search for one. Seventh Monday, hello. I don't know how long ago you said hi, but hello. I'm catching up with you guys. I think I am. Engel, hello. Hello, if there is any type of mod that I like for Morrowind, it's about crafting. Do you plan to create something about it? I don't need to. I don't need to. I absolutely adore crafting. Actually, this is where I took notes when I take notes, and this, I don't know if it's gonna be readable. And it's probably backwards. Mods I want to make a mod there that lets you craft bandages. OAAV adds bandages, and I want to be able to craft them. But for now, you want ashfall. Like we have so many amazing options. Morrowind crafting framework and Morrowind crafting. Like those three is the trifecta. With Morrowind crafting, you can craft every single item from Morrowind and Tamriel Rebuilt and OAAB. It's all there. You get skills. Do we see them? They're cooking, masonry, crafting. You get skills. You get menus to craft your thing. You can place them. You can take them back. You can place them elsewhere. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The crafting framework in itself is not a mod, it's a framework. But there's already a few mods that make use of it. One of them is Ashfall, where you can craft, I don't know if you can craft guar skins, you can craft beds, you can craft simple stuff. Like the idea of the things you can craft with ashfall, you can craft your tent, you can track cover for your tent. It's bushcrafting, so the idea is things that you can easily make with basic tools, with things you found, you know, around in nature. But like this one and this one. And then if you are using OpenMW and you want some crafting, you want to look at Racer Plume's mods, Ashlander crafting, yacht crafting, cooking and eating. Like this will work in OpenMW. You can't craft as much. Oh, by the way, there's Morrowind crafting. This is the new version, 3.0. I think they're on 3.0, yeah. But if you get the older version, the 2.1, it works with OpenMW. So crafting wise, you have tons of things. If you're interested in specific crafting, this might be a little too much. Arrow crafting with Go Fletch. Absolutely everything you want. If you use Jay's add-on, then you can craft even more arrows, bolts, throwing knives. No, they're darts. Tell me if there's something in particular that you're looking for crafting, other than those really, really big mods that let you craft everything. Tell me, I should be able to point you in the right direction. Alondro, hi, I have a question for you. Don't go away. I want to catch up with the chat. Danae, are you bandage crafting mod using MW or MW script? I want to make it using the crafting framework because the menu is so clean. With the crafting framework, like with MWSC, it's fairly easy to say, check if you have that item, that item, that item. If so, remove it from the player's inventory and add this one instead. But with the crafting framework, You have the lovely crafting menu, you have a preview of what you're crafting, which is neat. Also, you can say, okay, you will be able to craft this if your crafting skill is 15 or more. It increases your, there's more to it. And it's part of a whole, you know, like I said, I like all the mods to notice each other, to work with each other, and maybe when you have two mods together, they do even more than the mods individually. So I would do something with the crafting framework. I did look at the documentation on Merlord's wiki. I understand how to create the recipe. I'm gonna need help for the rest. So I think it will be MWS Lua. Then again, it should be reasonably simple to do in Morrowind script. So I might just do that. Or I might talk to and ask him if OpenMW Lua can make something happen like that, in which case, perfect. Like if he can work on both platforms, that's even better. Alondro, I hope you're still around. I have a question for you about your tattooed shirts. I have made a Where's a Wear version and a drip integration for your mod. I can send you the file. I know you're not on Discord very often, which is why I wanted to talk to you directly. I can send you the file on Discord if you want to add them to your mod list. If not, then I will add it to my Where's mod list so people can find it. Think about it. Let me know. Good. Okay. What other mod did I made for Where's and Drip lately? Oh, Aradia's Needle. I had completely, but completely forgotten about this mod. This is not the original one. Do we have images? No. And I really liked it. Aradia's Needle. Who's used that mod? Who's still using that mod? All right, I'll send it to you on Discord so you can grab it when it's convenient. That mod adds a shop. Thank you so much for the follow on YouTube. Jordan, yeah, I zoomed in so I could catch it this time. Welcome on in, Jordan. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. It's not a follow. No problem. It's got Wares and Drip. So Aradia's Needle is another mod that I made for Wares, where I removed the shop. Actually, I was looking at the Nexus and I saw this one to make the mod work with OAAB Graceland because blah blah blah. So I made it for Wares. There's no more shop, and you can see some NPCs wearing the outfits as well. I'll upload them as soon as I get a chance. But what I really want to do right now is take a look at what I have. Okay, so I've selected all the items mod. We just need to pick. Okay, can we make things all mods? No, where's the collapse thing? This is still the core. It's not looking right. Oh, what am I looking at? Okay. I changed the priority. How many times did I scare myself with that? Okay, let's pick the things that we want. This is where the menu starts. What grass mod? We definitely go for AA or AB saplings. Yeah, I need to separate it so I can have a vert squirrel separately. What grass mod do you fancy? Ozzy's, Remiros, or this is Verts. Why not? That's my least favorite right now because that's the one we have in the retro mod list. Or Ritz mod. first one to tell me in the chat is what's happening. The crafting network, the crafting framework is absolutely awesome. And one of the best thing about Merlord's mods is that he very often gives us interoperability, so it's fairly easy to make your mod work with his mods. If I make a mod and I put an axe in it and I put a new glass, then it's fairly simple for me to make a quick Lua file, and my glass will be recognized by ashfall and I will be able to put water in it, and my axe will be recognized by ashfall, so I will be able to chop wood with it. If I put a fire, it will be recognized by ashfall and I will be able to cook on it, and with drip as well, and with a crafting framework. So it's really quite, well, for me, I don't really have a background in computer science whatsoever. So it takes me a little bit more time to work it out, but it's not that hard to do. So grass mod, what do we do? Do I have to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Aussie. Good, I haven't had Aussie in the longest time. I've used Aussie for the Bitter Coast, but now it's just merged, so that's the flavor we've taken. Replacers. Right now we have vanilla. We have vanilla. I don't want to go with the symphony because it's gonna, you always use it. I really like the Bitter Coast. I don't remember the others right now. I'm not gonna go for a big replacer. The UI that we installed last time. Do we go for the Skyrim UI, Oblivion UI, animated UI, based on Red Furry Demons, Vanilla Plus? Let's not go Vanilla Plus. It's just HD versions of vanilla things. So, what do we fancy? There are the options. Skyrim UI. Okay. I realize Rymash, when you get lots and lots of mods on it, it takes a while when you want to enable a mod, disable a mod, do a thing. It takes a while, but I realize MO2, same thing. It takes a while to do all the stuff. Okay, trees. What do we do for trees? I mean, for the West Gash, that's it. Bitter Coast, what do we go for? I haven't tested them. Like, I know the mods individually, but I haven't tested all the possible combos, so... What do we do with the Bitter Coast? Ooh, Vality Balmora. I haven't seen that in a long time. I only see Vality Balmora's mod where when Abbott is playing. So we're saying verts for the Bitter Coast. Okay. Ascadian Isles. I mean, this one is selected. I don't know why. What's your fancy? The Malone trees are really nasty on the... We'll try it. Actually, first let's disable that. They're really nasty on the FPS. We'll see. But I think I've tried it only once. Like, I like the trees. The particles for vanilla trees, you see the mushroom trees, the emperor parasols. With it, you have, like, you know, they're mushrooms, right? And mushrooms, they have their spores that fall down. So now with those big mushroom trees, you see some very thin spores that slowly fall down the tree. Do you want to see this one? It's a mod by Melchior Dark. I really do like pit bits. Mushroom trees, they're nice. We'll try that. Where's Gash? Gar. Let's go with the latest, Merlord's Acacia. Day of Fire for a change. And we're not gonna go to the... It's a good thing I selected things. That's not what I wanted to do. Actually, I think, let me see. Yeah, this is vanilla, but I think I might have added the particles here as well. They might have the particle as well because Melchior's mod has a vanilla version and a replacer for petabit. So I think we'll have it. So we'll go up, up, up. That's very French. Up. It's spelled with an H that you can't hear. Up. And enable those. Thank you very much. Okay, we have our trees. Oh, we haven't chosen a sky. Wow. I don't drink water that much, but right now it feels quite easy to drink the water. For the body, what do I have? Some Wesley heads. I have to share this one. You know, Wesley's master head pack with tons and tons and tons and tons of face, and then even more hair color and combinations and models. There's like so much in there. There's also faces with purple tattoos for the Breton or Imperial. I think it might be the Imperial. No, I'm not sure. Either or. There's also turquoise hair, pink hair, blue hair, things that like I might like to pick them for my character if I want to be a fairy, for example. A pink-haired fairy with pink wings to go with it. But on NPC, I don't like that at all. So when I was doing Friends and Foes and I did the Wesley face replacer, I didn't want my Friends and Foes to have purple hair. So I basically looked at every single face and every single hair, and I deleted, actually I went like, okay, Dunmers can have white, red, brown or black hair, and anything that was in those 4 colors for the Dunmers, I deleted. Bretons can be, I don't remember what I did, dark brown, blonde and orange, maybe, I forgot. But like I trimmed it down. That's why it's called that. I think we'll just go with those, replace their armor. Oh, skies. Vapor Mist has been updated. And I know I don't have the latest version. Let's grab it. I closed it. The old poor. You don't know what I mean? I thought I was being very clear. Yep. Do download. All right, so we'll have Vapor Mist because it's really nice. Oh, maybe never mind. Just to make sure. Maybe I did download the latest. But since I'm like, I was working first with the core, then with the replaces, and now I'm doing the additions finally. I didn't think I had. I had indeed. Yep. Replace. Okay, so we'll get Vapor Mist. What do we do for skies? I honestly feel nowadays that when you have Vapor Mist, you don't really need a replacer for your sky. But let's get the moon and the stars. I don't remember. Like I have 3 mods for the stars and now I don't remember them. Starfields is the one by Melchior. I forgot. I completely forgot. Let's go with real stars. For books, I already have Zero Foxes mod, so I don't need more than that. Creatures, we're not gonna do much with them. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we have selected mods that are being installed, and like Emo2 is like, just give me a second. You got it? You got it. So this is a light install right now. Sure. See, like I'm enabling one mod and it's like, hang on, just hang on. Okay, all the mods are enabled. And we want to do the very bare, not troubleshooting, what you need to do with a new mod list, or when you modify your mod list. We're gonna run mlocks. This is the very latest fork by our Fuso, meaning it checks for updates, it updates the latest rules. So you don't even have to go and download the rule and replace them in your mlocks folder. It just updates everything. I'm happy with that. We can take a look. Mlocks will give you all kinds of warnings. Do read through them, honestly. I'll have to grab that. See? Grabbed. Depending on whether the modders actually tell us, either they come to the mlogs channel and say, okay, this needs to be loaded after that, blah, 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 which is great, like absolutely amazing. Sometimes it's the users. There's a few people that have been so active right now. This is done so active right now. I'm thinking about Arfuso, Faris, lately, like testing mod, comparing mods in depth, in details to say, okay, this needs to load before, this needs to load after, this rule there doesn't really matter, and putting messages like the one we just saw. And now, just because I run mlocks, which wasn't hard to do, and there was the link there, and now I have a patch between my two mods. That's it. Didn't have to go in game, didn't have to, you're gonna go here, didn't have to test things and find out for myself and wonder what is causing the issue. Somebody did the work for me. As a user, use mlocks. Like, even if you don't want to click on the update my mod list, at least look at what it suggests. It is true that some of the rules are really old. We were working, and I'm saying I haven't worked on the rules in a long time, but I'm gonna say we anyway. The community, we're working on going through the very old rules, making sure they're still applicable. Sometimes you will get a warning and you go, but hang on, I don't have that mod they're talking about. Well, fine, ignore it. But it's better to take a look. We've done mlocks. We want to do test-free merge. I strongly recommend. Prof, thank you so much for telling me that test-free merge had been updated. I hadn't been paying attention, and this is so good. Previously, you would have to run test-free merge to merge your objects, which is NPCs, like absolutely everything except your level list that had to be merged either with Rymash, test-free command. Well, that's it. But now, as you can see, test-free merge also merges your level list for creatures and your level list for items. And again, it's one click. Okay, it takes time. Admittedly, my mod list is starting to get a little heavy. We're close to 400 mods, which I think would qualify already. Multi-patch, test 3 command, I think that's what I said. takes time, but honestly, it is less time than, thank you, it is less time than you installing your mod, playing your game, and finding that there is a problem and troubleshooting it and try to find out which mod conflicts with what other mods. This is so simple. It's not Skyrim modding simple, but it certainly is much better than what you would have to do previously to solve all those issues. Like, seriously. Okay, now my mods are in the proper order. I have my merge objects. We're going to take a look in Rymash. With Rymash, I want to make sure my headers are updated, meaning when you have a mod, it requires certain masters. At the very least, it requires the Morrowind ESM. I'll show you because, you know, pictures are worth 1,000 words. So I've been told. So it is. But you see, for example, this mod will require these ESM or master file to load. And now, for example, 4NM perks was created with a different version of Morrowind SM, Tribunal, not SM, ESM, Tribunal ESM and Bloodroom ESM. So I need to update the headers. That's it. I have just updated the headers, meaning I have told 4NM perks that this Morrowind ESM that I have is good and it's gonna work. That's it. Test all conflict detections every few new OSP. That's the best way to do it. I actually haven't done that yet because I haven't done the mods. Like, I don't have a mod list yet. For now, my goal for now is to have all of the mods that I might potentially want to use for a given mod list, to have all of them there organized by category, so then all I have to do is pick, and once I have the actual mod list selected, then I will look at troubleshooting. But I think that's what I was saying last week. Honestly, already if you use mlocks, test3 merge, like just those two, so many, and follow, like if you get a note telling you that you need a patch for this, get the patch. All right. I missed one. Oh, but why did I didn't mean to have that. No. But this, yes. Okay. My BA saves are all ticked. Now, what I should do, I'm not going to do it because it's going to take a long time. It's clean the files. So I'm not going to do it now, but ideally merge object, enable. Oh, I have the grassy SPs, thank you. The Aussie grass. That's it. Thank you. Good catch. I think we're good. The last thing we want to do is distant land. I have been currently installing mods since like 2007, so watching this is really incredible. I hope you'll mention level list merging later. Oh, I can do you one better. I can do you one better. Because especially I have to admit that with no, that's not what I want. I don't need to see myself, thank you. There we go, that's the one. With wares, I am so upset how some people always look good and me I can I can post my videos at I can post my videos at any time. I just have the weirdest face ever. Yeah, I'm a little bit envious of people who look good, you know. Me is not a thing, we know that. But anyway, yes, because wares and friends and foes wares is essentially like hundreds of mod lists. That's what it is. And then to make every mod inject items into wares and distribute them to all the NPCs and the traders, it's the mod list. So merging mod list with wares is incredibly important. Therefore, in the last couple of years, I've had to explain level list quite often. So I have made this video, which we're not gonna watch together, but it's not too long. I really try to keep it short, 20. I promise you, I try to keep it short, where I explain in the first couple of minutes how to install test3 merge, and I don't think I look bad, it's just it makes me laugh. Anyway, that's just how it is. Not important. In the first couple of minutes, I explained how to download and how to run test3 merge. And then for people who actually are interested, this is gorgeous art, by the way. For people who are interested, I show you what it means. I make a couple of bogus mod and I run them with and without merging the level list, and then we briefly go in the game there to see what happens. So that should answer your questions about lists and merging lists and objects. But like mlocks, if there's any warnings about things, read them. It could be that it's something that doesn't apply to you because it's asking for better bodies, but you have a plugin-less version of better bodies. Actually, I removed that. It doesn't ask you for better bodies anymore. Read through the things. If it points toward patches, read, because mlocks has been around for nearly 10 years. And modding has changed since then. So simply read and decide whether it applies or not to you. Merge your level list, use Rymash to update your headers. That's so many errors gone already. The last thing I want to do, and that's going to take a while, so we'll take a look at mods, is distant land. Despite all of the other bugs, MGSO would have fixed a lot of its problems with properly merged objects. Yes, I do think so as well. Like, it's not magic, okay? We want that button that says, oh, fix it. Oh, no, come back. Fix it, and boom, everything is fixed. Wonderful, we love it. Or a button that says install, and I have a super gorgeous modded Morrowind. We want that. It doesn't exist. But Lord Order, merge, list, and objects, that is so many little issues already fixed without having to look into the mod and compare and do all kinds of things. All right, we want to run this. See, I have 2.5. We're gonna have to run it. I'm gonna be, select all. Yes, yes, no. I'm gonna be super lazy and just keep them all enabled, even though they are mods like unidentified items. I know for a fact it doesn't add anything. This doesn't. Oh, I shouldn't have those two enabled actually. This doesn't, this doesn't, this doesn't. But just because I don't want to go through 400 mods, I'm just leaving it like that. But yes, just merge object. Like MGSO was really good. Riddled with issues, yes. But for anyone, like I'm saying, oh, you just have to run mlocks and you just have to run test3 merge and then you just create your distant land. It's not just like it's you have to learn those tools, and it's not you're already finished. That's weird. Really? Wasn't that too quick? That felt super quick, but okay. when I say you just need to do this, 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 and that, and already so many problems are gone, just this, this, and that will take a little bit of time to go and download the tools, to read a little bit on how to use it. It's not incredibly complicated. Once again, I'm old enough that I've never had IT at school, and I've picked these things up. Okay, so it's not that hard, but it takes a little bit of time and effort. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, like to mod your Morrowind, you're gonna have to learn a few things. I think we're good. Okay, all right. That was weird. It's still, I was confused. Like, really, you're done? We are not done. It's still happening. 3 to 4 minutes, yeah, like easily. I was super confused. It's just that the second window was hidden behind the other one. Oh well. All right, in the meanwhile, let's go mod shopping. My favorite activity. Yeah, no, it was definitely not happening. All right. Actually, you know what? I should go for the actual new ones by date published. So we already know we're definitely grabbing Ruffin's mod. No. Outlander term for the Dunmer refer to ancestral mages. I'm not sure where it's added. That's something that Ruffin does a lot of the time. Either he's going to use some concept art as an inspiration and is going to have a little bit of lore behind it. So it's not just a cool looking armor. I'm not sure how it is implemented, but it looks very cool. I don't think my character will be wearing the helmet because I spend too much time picking a face and a hairstyle for my character, so I like to see it in game. But this is, we're definitely adding that. Increases the time of all potions. I don't know if you can, there we go. I have my new glasses, so now I can read even before I zoomed in, but I don't know if you're on your phone or on a tablet or on a smaller screen, it might not be comfortable. So increases the time of all potions and drinks in the game, making their application more realistic and valuable. I don't know. Is it more realistic? I understand that, I mean, it doesn't really show what the potion. Yeah, it doesn't help too much. Okay. That is a lot of seconds, isn't it? That feels like a little bit too much for me. Yeah, that feels like a lot. I don't know what potion. Where is the cursor? Can we see the cursor? This one? I can't even see the cursor. But I think it's this one. A feather potion. I don't know that it's definitely more convenient. I don't know that it's realistic that you drink a potion and you feel the effect for hours. Like if it's alcohol, you feel the effect for a couple of hours. If it's a very potent potion, I don't think I would use it personally. Or I don't think it's realistic. It's convenient. It looks a little bit like it. It's convenient. And then it depends how you want to play. So wait not. Yeah, I did see this one. Tired of clutter. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So it keeps a book and it keeps track of the spells that you know, but you don't want to have them here or here. No, you don't want to have them here, I think. There we go. You don't want to have all the spell cluttering your spell list that you actually select, but you don't want to delete them because you might need them to make an enchantment. So with this, You hide the spell from your spell list here. It goes into the book, so you still have a reference. And when you go to enchant the item, it remembers the spells that you put in your books but remove from your spell list. I think that's pretty nifty. I haven't tried it yet because right now I'm just about to start installing new items. So I'm not installing new mods, I'm not testing new mods, but that looks pretty handy. Mainland Morrowind Contact incorporates some items and creatures from Tamriel data into Vanilla Morrowind and Tribunal expansion. Well, that's something I would have really liked. I feel I've done that with wares. I'm curious how they implement new things. Still don't know how it put things, because it says it doesn't specifically place anything. So I'm guessing it still uses level list, but there's been a selection done of the items that are added to the level list from the description. Yeah, they've been added to the level list. So some TR ingredients have been added to the vanilla level list for ingredients as well. And the creatures. Okay. So if you use this one, merge your level list, definitely, as well. I prefer wares, obviously it's my mod. But if you don't want wares, that looks like a good alternative. I saw that Midget Alien re-uploaded some of their mods. So I'm a little hopeful that maybe you know they've got the Morrowind bug again. I don't know. I'll try to find out. This is it feels very 2000 for me, and I'm not saying that as a 2000. It's just, you know, you recognize this is from the adamantium armor. I'm at adamantium armor as well. No, hang on. This is the Imperial. Yeah, I'm confusing my bits of armor. Steel boots. This is good kit bashing. But for the longest time, I saw a mod. Oh, I was this close to make it for wares. I think it's Cloak and Dagger. It's not showing there though. Oh, the Cloak and Dagger. Crap. It was there. And now it's not. The Cloak and Dagger. I was this close to making a Where's Aware patch for it. Simply because there's like tons of armor and it's all retexturing and kit bashing. But like, I was sorry I didn't know about this mod before, because I would have used it and I would have loved it at the time. See, retextured clothing, fine. Like, it's not new models. We love new models, but fine. Bone mold, so there's all the dark versions of the armor. We recognize a bit of a orcish armor going on there. Some trousers with bits of armor added to them. The Imperial chainmail. Imperial dragon scale. Adamantium. Anyway, you see what I mean? I was sorry I didn't know about it before. Now I like better bodies. I like, I'm used to more, but I would have loved this one. I didn't know about it. I was a bit sorry. They say on the Discord that they aren't back, but they're just uploading the mods that are on Great House Figurity and on currently. Oh, they were on Discord. I didn't see that. Okay, it's a shame. Like Midget Alien. That's wow. That's the my beginnings of modding. I really liked his stuff. All kinds of modders resources. Are we done, by the way? We are. Okay. And now is the moment of truth, because we are close to 400 mods and I haven't done any sort of troubleshooting. Okay. Sure, we have what is most probably an okay Lord order. A lot of the conflicts have been solved by merging things. Already up. Okay, I'm gonna leave you there. Obviously, this one and this one are redundant, but it shouldn't break my game. Oh, it was in general, yeah. Hey, Faris. I must say, I don't go to general unless I'm summoned there, which is not very often. Sometimes I'm summoned in Chim and I go like, oh, what am I gonna find? Sometimes I'm summoned in MWSC and I go, uh-oh, I must have forgotten a comma somewhere. And that's usually the case. All right, let's see if this is gonna run even though we've done zero troubleshooting. I just want to see whatever the trees that we selected. We did a bit of mod shopping and we have the Skyrim UI, which we installed last week and I never did anything. Paris, where is my Sadaline rock mod? I'm waiting. Oh crap. Wink. Sorry. Launching the wrong program. Where's my Sadaline rock mod? I'm still waiting for it. Morrowind. Let's do this. And I will listen carefully if we hear the ding. Notification for the stream. Actually, I'm a little disappointed. Kit Robit doesn't work anymore, so it doesn't publish on my Discord when there's a new mod, and I really, really like that. I have to see if I can find an alternative to it, but later. I am Skyrim UI. It's all black. Well, not the letters. To be fair, I'm sure the letters are supposed to be white or maybe silver, but I didn't do the modification to my Morrowind ini. So the color of the font will not be exactly the one meant to go with the UI. But because I want to be able to change when I make a special install and when I decide to have a particular UI, then I will have a particular Morrowind ini for that profile. Yeah. You listen for the tung. That tells you there's a problem. Now, what didn't we like? The White Odai River. We're also waiting for that one, aren't we? Okay. Warning. Something is looking for friends and foes. Oh, I think I know which one. I thought I disabled that one. These are annoying, but they're not a problem. I have a mod that's looking for friends and foes when it shouldn't. But other than that, this is regular. No error. No error. Now, which of the mods is looking for friends and foes? Because I don't have. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I have friends and foes. I got those scripted encounters with activators working. Ooh, how you did that with Morrowind script, right? Yeah, I don't have friends and foes installed, which explains why it's looking for those lists and that script. Let's go friends and foes. Exactly. Yeah. Because again, I am not to the point. I'm not at the NPC mods. Friends and foes. Here we go. I haven't worked on the companion mods because I've been installing other mods. I was gonna mention it when mod shopping because I really like it. I'm glad you like it. That mod took me, I want to say, easily. I don't want to lie. I was gonna say a year, so I'm gonna say 6 months to make. That it took an awful lot of time because okay, my fault. I created the NPC manually, most of them, and then when I added NPCs from MCA and Starfire, like the ones that I found interesting, I renamed all of them manually, and I'm sure with test 3 command, like if Eddie was here, it would go like, what? You did that manually? Yes, I did. I'm sure there were ways to automate it, but then and then putting together the level list actually wares came after friends and foes, because my friends and foes, I wanted them to have all kinds of different things. So that's when I created the NPC level list. We want scarce. We want Wesley's head. We should be good with that. And that's it. Yeah, like coming up with the level list and then giving the level list to the bloody NPCs. So all the Nord got the AA race Nord level list, but then all the barbarians got the AA loot barbarian list. And then I looked at, that's one thing that I absolutely wanted in MCA. Like they were all given weapons and gear. But then when you looked at the NPC, you would see that the NPC is actually the most proficient with medium armor, and they were given a full set of steel armor. So that's not fair. That's not fair. So for me, with my NPCs, I made sure, where am I? I'm rolling on paper. I made sure that my NPCs had one weapon, one set of armor, and that would be the one that they're actually good at, you know? So that took a lot of time. And then, you know, some NPCs have both medium and heavy armor. Some of them have unarmored light armor. So then I was like, okay, the Night Blades are going to have light armor bracers, but nothing else because they're mostly unarmored. But then I couldn't say, oh, everybody that's got light armor, they're gonna get braces, because then everybody would have the same braces. So I tried to make sure that the NPCs that specialize in light armor, they would be clad in light armor, okay. But then those that were a mix, it wouldn't always be, if you have medium armor, you get the boots and the greaves. If you have light armor, you get the cuirass and the helmet. I tried to mix that up as well. So that was a lot of paper, a lot of paper making lists and crossing it out and making arrows. I'm sure there was a better way to do that, more, modern, using IT tools and everything, but that was part of the fun for me. It just took a lot of time. And then, have I installed the mod? Yes, because we should get on with it. It's been 2 hours and we haven't been in the game yet. That's normal. Oh, while I'm here, I'm going to disable you. I'm going to need to run mlocks and merge objects again anyway. I'm going to do that right now. And then populating the list, that took a lot of time because I would have, for example, for cuirass, there is cheap cuirass, light armor, expensive cuirass, light armor, cheap cuirass, medium armor. So just for the cuirass, there's 9 lists. And then going to the armor tab, say, okay, in this one, I want to pull all the light armor that are worth less than 100 septims. So it was like select, 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 and then drag. And for those of you who know the construction set, you know, maybe I should start things instead of just talking. That's not what I wanted, never mind. You know that sometimes you have a whole bunch of things selected and you want to drag it, and then your mouse goes and you select absolutely every item at the same time. You have no idea. I was going nuts with that. It was so frustrating because I would spend so much time selecting the left gauntlet, light armor, worth less than 50 septims, without enchantment, not being unique, without script, and then to drag all of them in my list, and I would have to do it all over again. And I was like, I'm sure there's a way to automate it. Don't tell anyone who actually knows how to use test3 command, for example, because they'd go nuts. But yeah, that's how it happened. And that was a lot. I think there's about 300 level list in there. And then when people say, can you make a level list for male and female separately? And I'm like, that means effectively doubling the amount of level list. And I was like, no, not gonna do it. Friends and Foes is huge, so I believe over 6 months. Yeah, no lying. Entirely Morrowind script. I'm gonna get it up and rerun. Okay, nice. That is really cool. I'm looking forward, like, if you want someone to test it, I'd love to. Glisp, hello. Adding the CM partner framework was a brilliant idea. I've always loved companions. I know so many people. Oh crap, guys. You didn't tell me. So for the last, 20 minutes, all you had to look at was me and my gorgeous black background. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is gorgeous, thanks to Zero Fox. But I was doing things in there. I was updating the headers, and I'm gonna run mlocks from here. That works as well. I was happy with CM partners. I liked it. I removed the part where the partners suddenly decide they hate you and they attack you. I was like, no. I removed the alignment, though I really liked it. I still want a mod with alignment. I need to take a look at Lucivar's mod, where you can pick an alignment, and I think it's just to put on your character sheet, and that alone, I mean, that's what CM partners did anyway. And then to make all the MCA companions use the CM framework. All right, let me see. We have our Lord Order, we have Friends and Foes, and we are going to remerge objects. And yes, that was another question that I have. Do I always need to merge objects? I'm gonna say yes, just do it. Just merge your objects. It's like, okay, as soon as a mod organizer is recovered, it's 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, and then 4. It's 4 clicks to run your merge objects and 2 minutes. Do it. Unless you know for a fact, 100% sure, that the mod you've added or removed or modified doesn't have any other reference that is in any other mod. Like if you know that for a fact, go for it. For example, if it's a pure Lua mod, sure, go for it, no problem. But honestly, rather than take a very, very detailed look at the new mod, I'd rather just merge my level list again. It's so easy. How did you test a mod like big, like Friends and Foes? Balmora. In Balmora, first I would put one of each class of NPC, just to talk to them and make sure that they would attack me or react the way I wanted. They're scripted to either ignore you or talk to you and demand something or attack you, and that's from a certain distance. So I placed them there, made sure they behaved properly. And then for the clothing, I changed my spawn to 0% chance none, and I went to Pelagiad, the cave just south of Pelagiad, where I had 4 NPCs, and I would arrive, kill them, look at their inventory, see what happened, then go in the cave and come out, and because it's a level list and there was 100% chance spawn, I would have 4 new ones, and I would kill them and look at their stuff. So that was when I wanted to see, you know, NPCs in particular. And then a lot of walking around and seeing what happens there. And then tons of people telling me, especially at the beginning, oh, I met a naked lady on the road from Pelagia to Balmora. Is that normal? No. That's where I had given I think I had given the ladies 2 skirts list instead of a skirt and a shirt. So tons of people told me, oh, I found this person and it's weird. Recently, just I should load the game, shouldn't I? We're good. Just recently, somebody told me, oh, the Hlalu guards are not wearing braces. Is that normal? No, it's not. It's written here. I will update it. So the feedback from people is because you can only test so much. I think we're good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So people telling me, oh, this is weird. Even some people that, you know, did my homework and said, well, I took a look at the list and the NPC and blah blah blah, this is because of this, maybe you should try that. And I completely appreciated that. Now for the companion mod, I do it 1 companion at a time. I put them in Balmora so they are there. And console to get to a certain level, COC to a certain place. Cheat mod, is it called cheat mod? Crap. What is my problem? Okay, we have things. We definitely have things. I thought I disabled that. It should be in optional armor replacers. I'm guessing I just grabbed everything. Replace her head, replace her armor. Divine Domina, you're out. Take your time when you're ready. It will happen. Okay, so this, we're good. That was Divine Domina. Now what I do? Meshes, Merc, K, Swim, Nif. I don't recognize the prefix. This one I know, I need to fix it. I can disable the mod for now. It is Zariel outfit. a conversion from The Witcher by Bahamut. And the way he did it, he scripted Creeper to spawn the armor at some point, and I removed that, but I did not remove the script, so it's like, I don't know about that. Okay, this is Carnathius, and there's got a problem with some of the scripts. That's something I didn't, touch or look at. So for now, we are going to disable it until I take a look. It might be just a matter of recompiling the mods. Take your time. Okay, this is from Better Body, so we can ignore it. And that's it. There's still this one, I don't know. Underscore mer. KS win. No, it's Keysen, not KS. That's not it. I'm not sure. Is that mer underscore? This is not the most efficient way to look for something, really, but never mind. I got a feeling it completely ignored my underscore. Oh no, it's there. This is from Wesley's mod, the Karen. That's not what we want. Well, I have nothing else with a mer underscore. But anyway, like a missing mesh, that error wouldn't be why the game crashes. The script, however, not finding its thing, that would definitely explain a crash. KS. Let's try that again. I have removed mods, so here we go. Things are my favorite things. Which things, Marks? Tell us everything. I always remember to select the program, but then I don't click on run. So I wait and nothing happens. And I go, ML2 is really slow, isn't it? Even though it's much faster than it used to be, I must say. Running out of water, guys. What do we do? Cancel the stream. I would like to get in the game first. I didn't look at my Morrowind log. Morrowind log didn't have time to register anything bad happening. Okay, let's try that again. I'm still trying to think of the underscore mer. It's not Merlord, because Merlord is mer underscore. I don't know it, so it's probably one of the latest mods that I haven't quite explored. Yes. Wouldn't it be good if you could that, like we talked about that, but if only I want to, you know, people say, oh, if you could have a superpower, what do you want? Fly, control time, be immortal. No, I want to have construction set powers. Just a construction set. I'm not saying, you know, Lua powers, construction set. Can you imagine if I had the construction set power, how I could build my flat, and I could put some simple scripts like press a button, there's always a cookie that appears in your inventory. That would be so nice. So nice. I wonder if I continue with the save game. Okay, this is the same error. I'll see if that's a problem. Okay. David, hey, welcome back. So it was Carnathius mod looking for the script that said, no, can't load the game. For this test, oh, wait. Oh, that's one of the new classes from Pikachu Knows mod. So I think. So I pick it. Except the walls would have a good chance of not fitting together correctly. They might be clipping, but like I feel I know the construction set well enough that if it's where I'm gonna live, I'm gonna be careful to make sure things align properly. We don't have clipping, that sort of thing. So I think it would be fine. That is a lot. I have only 2 bird sign mods happening. There is my own, and then there is on the cusp that sort of follows the same idea, where this is the vanilla sign, and this is going to be sort of a hybrid between the apprentice vanilla sign and the warrior signs. For now, let's be the lady. Oh no, I picked let's be the benevolent lord. Doesn't matter. That's right. Okay. Ooh, I've always liked those splash screens. Really? That's so mean. I thought I was good. That's I don't know. I get an error with the core of Lua. That's not good. Okay. This is when we crashed because the game tried to load a mesh. This looks like no, I mean I can do it. I've done it recently. I think what happened here, there's a mesh, and because the name is all funky, it might be a localization error. Either the mesh is corrupted or it's got a name. I'm thinking maybe in Russian, maybe. But because the name of it is not something I can search for, I don't know. But that's why it tried to load a mesh in Seidanin and then crashed. Yeah, no, MWSC was up to date. The test 3 construction set is very unuser friendly. Yes, I don't know that the test 4 is more user friendly. I know that for Skyrim it's not construction set, it's creation kit, right? They've made some improvement, especially based on, you know, the things that they've learned with the Fallout kit. Like they've improved it, But obviously the Morrowind and Oblivion construction set, they are what they are. So what is this mesh? Not playing nice. What is new and untested? There aren't that many, really. This one. Most of the gear, I've already loaded them because I was testing them when doing the Where's Aware thingy. So what is new and not tested? That's not. I know it. How can I find out about this mesh? With that funny name. And these are all shield purple. Morrowind, where do you come from? Spell Reforge, okay. Exactly, that's what happened there. Okay. What mods are actually from Russian modders? I only have to go through 500 of them. No, 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 no. This is Andorran, not Russian. No. Aradias is French. Ah. No, but I've already loaded it. Yeah. And the mesh are named appropriately. No. I don't think so. Let's elucidate. This is Diet Bob. No. I don't remember who that is. Oh, Kindy. This is me. No. This is Rubber Man. This is not. No. It's disabled. No. No. Shadow Mimicry, like Shadow Mimicry is like he provides French and Russian version of their mods, but yeah. And I know those, I looked at them when doing the Where's add-on and I didn't see anything. Which one? There was one. There was one where I actually fixed the name of something. A Dwemer weapon. I saw the name. Hey Jack, lovely to see you again. That mod organizer is one that I shall have to download. I've been resisting it for a long time. It's a bit of a learning curve to learn to use it, but it is really quite powerful. For example, you do that and it tells you, you know, which mod it comes from, and then you can find it there. I think, yeah. And when I click there, it shows me the plugin that is enabled. It's quite nice. You can explore the content quite easily. It is quite nice. Oh, you mean it won't work? Oh, you're right for the ID. I was thinking of the name of the item. But then what is that weird thingy that I'm getting? You're right, Seventh Monday. Like the name of the item, I have seen like some weird things and I have fixed some of them in my game, but it's not the ID. What? Like, what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because these are all the mods that I have not tested individually, because for now I'm just installing them. This I haven't loaded in a long time. All right. Let's go with my replacers only. No, for and M perks is not the issue. I've used it for ever and ever and ever. I've never had an issue with it, and it doesn't even have meshes. I am disabling the replacers. Ah, good idea, Lucas. Yeah.
Do I save you a toast here too?
Do you save me a toast here too? I am hungry, it's true. Yes, please, 2 toasties.
Two?
2.
2 whole toasties?
2, please. No, Lucas, that is a good idea. It's because that's a smart way to do it. I have disabled these. Where's my objects again, obviously. Because the others is nothing new, I don't think. If I crash again, we're gonna try that. In this case, a bisection tool would be nice, in which you can enable, disable, have them. Yes, that's the manual thing. Like, how many times have I done that, where you disabled, or you only enable half of your mods. If it loads, you load half of the remaining mods. If it crashes, you disable half of the mods you had. That is long and tedious, but that is definitely the fastest way to find an issue. Merge NPCs, merge clothes and books and level list and leveled creatures. SN. There we go. Let's try that. Otherwise, it might be a good idea to try different character encoding. We'll see. Go, Morrowind. I have faith in you. My objects are merged. Go have fun. If we go in game, the distant land is going to be all weird because I have disabled the trees and the moons and everything. So the distant land will have the replacers enabled. Anything close to me will not. In Linux kernel development, there is such a tool. That is neat. We need it for Morrowind. Actually, I'm sure the guys could do it. I could never hope to do it. But that could be neat. At the same time, I don't know that there are so many people that have such a large amount of mods that enabling half of them or disabling half of them is just too time consuming. Yes, so this is not from one of the replacers. I'll use the plugin conflict detector. Test PDC, I never know. So we already know we will be allowed to create our character. I'm not going to bother. Yeah, I am going to bother. I want to pick a class. A Bark Shaman. Okay. Bark Shaman. That would be better for an Argonian, from what I can tell. No. No, the mesh is not one of the replacers. It has to be one of the last armor and clothing mods I added. I should have kept my... Okay. It's giving me a different thing though. I don't know that it's meant to be the actual. So this is supposed to be a weapon. This is really the biggest problem. Okay. Bringing out the big guns. I'm sending a message to Null Cascade. It might not be a good time for him. I might not hear from him for a while, but this is so weird. I think we need to know. The mesh not loading warning is weird. Okay. I've sent my log and my mini dump to Null. In the meanwhile, do you let me select all of it? Yes. Do you let me? It's not quite half of them, but you know, it's the beginning. And I don't have my merge object selected, meaning if we go in game, there's going to be naked people and stuff, but never mind. Like I just want to identify the mod that's, it's a weapon. Oh, could it be, for example, this? One of the, did I disable my ESMs? Oh, I see. I thought I selected just some of them, but I guess I just disabled everything. I wanted to say disable the selected ones, but okay, I do have a possible culprit. And it would be in my core replacers because I've already disabled my optional replacers. Core graphic replacers. So not these. Not audio. This is not it because I've already loaded it. These are the 3 replacer mods. I'm thinking maybe this one. Because I was like, oh yeah, let's have that. It's a weapon. I don't know. I don't know. These were there before. And this is not a weapon. I think we're looking at a weapon because weapon sheathing was trying to do something with it. And I don't think it's a problem with weapon sheathing. Really, really doubt it. Let's try again. Of this, I've just disabled one mod. So it's like, who knows? If that fails, I want to check the log again to see if I get a different mesh ID. Because because something funny is happening. It could be, yes, I did remove it. Merge object reselected itself when I said select everything. Go. Just wanted to see the new menu and the new trees and the new sky. And the grass. I haven't seen Aussie's grass for a long, long time. And all the people wearing all the new gear and clothes. And going to Ariel and see that he sells more thing than all the Balmora traders in the vanilla game. Which is not super realistic. I agree. But yeah, I like to have the choice when I'm shopping. Load, MG, you can do it. We already know we can get this far. Now I'm losing patience. Especially when I get absolutely nothing in the log. Are you kidding me? It might be just a random crash, mind you. Sometimes you're troubleshooting one thing and just a random crash happens, but that's weird. I want to try and look at my... Because this is not in Cytonine. If the problem is with a mesh in Cytonine, then that won't happen. No problem found, so you say. Except if I can't even start a game, we have a problem. And now that I'm using it a lot, I find it quite slow. But to be fair, Rymash is not much faster. Did I click? I did click. It is, isn't it? Like, we know it. Like a lot of people, is it like me? Yeah, a lot of people like me actually spend more time modding the game, like installing mods. And if you're modding as well, I think if I put the modding and the modding together, like as in making mods, installing mods, troubleshooting mods, looking at mods, selecting mods together, and I compare that to my actual playing time. Yes. Okay, but this is an old testing save game, so it's not gonna show us much of anything. Unless we're looking at splash screens. So this is the Skyrim UI. I know a lot of people actually really like it. Maybe it's just a matter of getting used to it, but you see, for me, the game is so... Oh, I have the grass enabled. I have the grass plugin enabled. Yeah. So I have the static grass there, and then I have the one rendered by MGE. It's an interesting effect. You have no head. Oh, because I don't have the master head back on. Honestly, the friends and
Keep
foes.
moving.
Sure. The friends and foes plugin for Wesley's head is completely unnecessary now because we have Wesley heads refurbished, and honestly, that's all you need. Now, you might notice that absolutely everyone
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
has some enchanted gear. It's because I put drip to the maximum to test. Yeah, everything is magic. Almost everything. I put the percent chance of having an enchanted item from drip to the maximum. So when I did a drip integration, I could see, okay, yeah, this thing is getting dripified. Heart Amulet of the Spirit Knife. Damage health on touch. Cast when used. So that's a spell. I am poor. Unfortunately, I can't buy anything.
What is it, peasant?
Nothing, nothing. Now, normally... Yeah, it's so weird when you have the grass plugin enabled. Not to mention that because it's so many objects that are being rendered, your FPS is gonna go eee. That's the sound of, yeah, I like that. I mean, there's two of them because again, one rendered by MGE and one actually in the game. But this one is quite nice. I think I would miss the little mushrooms from Remiros's grass mod. This one is nice too. Yeah, Aussie is nice. Alright. I'm gonna try to go to Seidanin to see if I'm triggering the same crash. I'm not. Okay. So maybe that last mod that I disabled was the issue. Vert's trees, which we can only see in the distance because the moment I get closer, we don't have the distant land anymore. But Vert's trees, I do like them.
There's someone watching me. I can
Mercury Placer.
Speak, traveler.
I like it. It looks dirty, but it doesn't lose all the transparency, so it's still water, you know? That's fine.
What's this about?
This is the the vanilla MGE water. I haven't installed the shaders, so I don't have my beautiful water shader. But right now it's the sky that gives it that, just like, you know, it's very realistic that way. Not the best of weathers to see the stars. Do I have cheat mod? No, you see, I don't even have my testing mod installed right now. No, it's not there. Okay, this is working. You don't let me start a new game now if I want? I'm gonna try a fresh game again to see if I get that weird crash again. Maybe that's something with a new game only, in which case... since this is working... This might be the one. I have never used it. So Maybe. A tiny, tiny maybe. So I have my menu. What did I do? No, that and that. I am getting hungry. It's the talk of food that gets me really, really hungry. There's a couple of I'll show you when the game crashes. There's a water shader that I absolutely adore, where the water has a little bit of a bluish greenish tint. So when you're in the Ascadian Isles, did I click start? Did it start and crash? And I don't remember I was playing it. When you're in the Ascadian Isles, for example, and you have a clear blue sky, the water is almost like a beautiful tropical blue, but that's only, you know, in beautiful weather and beautiful area. In the bitter coast, because of the cloud, it tends to look more greenish. I really like it. I'm crashing 9 out of 10 starting new game and pressing escape during a cutscene. But like normally? It is true that a new game, your game is more likely to crash. And that's why like I loaded an older one and I thought I could start a new game then. But that didn't work. Ugh. Come on, Morrowind, I believe in you. So loading a save game. Okay, all right. So we're looking at one of those being my issue. The one that I was having at the beginning. And out of these, the only one I don't really know. Okay. Come on, MO2. React, react. And I'm not done installing mods, you know? So, you, and you. Let's go. Half of them disabled. Maybe I should try just to load the game. Because if you do two different things when you load again, now I don't know if before it worked because it was a load game and now it crashed because I added the trees. It's my bad. Really hungry. I'm gonna load the game first. Forgot to disable the Wesley head add-on for friends and foes. Don't need it, don't want it. It's a lot of loading time, isn't it? Continue. Expression errors in script, they're always a bit shady. Oh, I was in state, I mean.
What do you want?
Speak, traveler.
I still have Ozzy's grass selected. Okay, we know that loading a game works. Nice. So now, up. I'm disabling Aussie because for sure that's not going to make a difference in whether the game is crashing or not. It's just making my FPS worse because I'm loading tons of objects when I don't need to. Shop, MO2. Shop. Aussie grass. Here we go. And now I'm going to try a new game. This one is the one that I kind of suspect because I loaded it only once upon a time. And you know what? I'm reasonably confident we're good, so I'm gonna merge my objects again. Oh no. Did I press run? I did. Wesley's head for friends and foes. Sorry. I know you got started, you got your engines warm and running, and I just stopped you like that. It's super rude. But now go ahead and merge. But do it quick. Oh, are these the creature sounds? I was wondering what is that abbreviation. I think it's for the creature sounds. Okay. How optimistic are we, guys? I'm like 80%. 80% optimistic. And Joseph, if you're getting that crash like all the time you start a new game, there's definitely something. There's nothing in either log, either the warning or the MWSC log. Like sometimes it just says nothing and you're like, I don't know what you want from me. Or sometimes it says something weird like mesh it couldn't load and you're like, can't help you. But some of the first crashes I had, the one with the script that wouldn't be running, I had that. And the log told me. So yeah, sometimes you get lucky and the log gives you an indication of maybe what is wrong and what you could do. Do it, Morrowind. Do it. Don't crash. Go again. I'm gonna load the save game. Oh, I mean, I just want to see what the world looks like, but I haven't troubleshot anything at all. I just loaded everything. Still, I want to see what, you know, I'm quite curious about the trees, though I wanted to see the Ascadian Isles, but that's not going to happen. We've disabled it. You're not fine. I don't know which mod is giving me that. Hopefully the warning is gonna have a little more. It could be just because this is loading a save with a different mod list, so it's looking for things. Okay, this is Ozzy's Bitter Coast as I remember it, with the really big fern. I mean, they're as big as trees, small trees, I guess. This is the MWSC log. I don't know that I need it in the game. we could, couldn't we? Set speed, let's go at 300. Yeah, this is absolutely everything that logs. So these are not errors, it's just mods logging what's happening. Oh yeah, now we're quick. You know what I realize? I mean, the mushroom trees, they change as I get closer to them because I run distant land with Peter Beats, but I'm not seeing the melon trees even in the distant land. Just, oh, that's, I don't know, that feels a little too colorful. I don't know, what do you think? I haven't used Aussie in the longest time. Everyone is magic. This is actually, I'm going to take a note of that. It's a MWSC boots that unfortunately conflicts with drip. That makes me sad. Obviously, people shouldn't be all shiny like that. It's because I put drip to the maximum. The boots is a
The 9 of the
non-conflict.
Empire, citizen.
That is a modded helmet I like. Flowers are pretty bright, right? It's just a matter of being used to it as well.
Ever consider
I know what they make me think of. Oblivion. Yeah, makes me think of Oblivion. Clothes looking good. Splash screens, you can't see it, but I have like the thinnest sort of blue bar at the top of the splash screens. That is where it's wedge gas trees.
I'm waiting.
This is Till Panda's armor. This is vanilla. Look at those guards. Fancy! It looked like modded Stardew Valley as well. It fits the Pelagia town style.
So what do you want?
Nothing, just looking
What
at
was
your
that
stuff. Oh, AAB. Cool shield.
Okay, I'm listening.
Ooh, lady. Now we have a problem. This is more than I ever wanted to see from you. Ah. How come she's got two cuirasses? This one I added recently, by the way, I adore it. I would give you, have my pants. I adore it, and what I'm guessing has happened here is when I added the Ronin armor to the wares level list, I dropped this one in the Greaves list. And that's the sort of things that people would tell me, well, this NPC didn't have pants, what happened? And that's when I would go, let me think about it. Hi, Wayne. Everything, almost everything is magical. Good. Oh, one of the mods, you can have this one. one of the mods that I have added to wares, and I'm super
You won't
pleased.
find a better bargain in town.
There we go, better.
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry
That
this
I'm
up.
super pleased about is let me re-enable my. Oh, you already had it. Oh, fine. This it's a oldish mod by Sunomix. Weapon and armor overhaul, I believe. You're not gonna let me find it easily, are you? There it is. This one. Being randomly pantless is lore friendly for Nord at least. Yeah, true. That was totally intended. This mod, Sunomix has made a number of mods where he created tons of objects. There's this one, there's the Diablo 2, and the objects are really cool. Where also inspired by Diablo 2, like there's been a number of modders that try to, or that definitely took inspiration from Diablo 2, Midget Alien back in the day, myself, David, for this mod, and lately Murloid. And so you have those traits where a weapon can be enhanced, and so that happens. It can have the sharp trait, and so it increases the sharp, the slash damage. Or that's the good things. There's the bad things where a weapon is brittled, and so the durability is crap, like you hit twice and that's it. And he did the same thing for armors as well. The only thing I have against this mod, and that's because I'm a shallow player and because I like to use replacers for armor in particular. For example, the heavy bone mold cuirass is going to use the vanilla model, which is not wrong in itself. It's just that I like to use better bodies and better body armor. So for me, these don't look as good. But then I looked at it again. Apart from the cuirass, absolutely everything is fine. If you only use texture replacers, like plugin-less texture replacers, you're fine. All of these new weapons and armor pieces will have your new textures. However, if you have a texture or a model replacer with a plugin, these are going to be vanilla, which might break a little bit your immersion. But considering the amount of things they are, and what I really like about it is that, okay, some of them do have an enchantment, but then a lot of it is just, it's a crude version, it's a brittled version, it's a cursed version, it's a damaged version, it's an enhanced version. So there's different quality of weapons, like take steel blade, you're gonna have like a dozen different types of steel blade of various qualities, some better, some worse. I really like this, really do. And now that I've made it for wares, it means that some of the NPCs can wear them. It means that all kinds of traders will wear them, not just based on the vanilla level list, meaning it's gonna work with Tamriel rebuilt, da-di-da-di-da-di-da, but nonetheless, this is a really cool mod that I hadn't endorsed. Shame on me. So I recommend this one, unless, like I said, that was the other one. Loot well earned, I like too. Some of the loot is not super balanced, but it's just nice. You go in a tomb and you go, ooh, I wonder what I'm gonna find in the big urn somewhere. I like it. I actually recommend David's mods. The one that I do not use is the one with the alcohol. Okay, Nexus, we're not going to show it. Yeah, there it is, this one. With the shots, again, as you can see, David spent a lot of time creating all kinds of variations of items. So you get the shots for alcohol, and you can cheers, you can make your own cocktails, basically mixing shots, because obviously if you wanted to mix Sujana and Skooma, you couldn't in the game. You can drink one after the other, possibly. Yeah, but I didn't add this one. Maybe I should give it a go, though. We will see. How are we doing with the tasties?
Do you want them now?
Like
during the stream?
I'm really no. What time is it? It's almost 9, so we're going to call it a day. We're still in game. I'm missing the new. I'm pretty sure I should be able to start a new game from another game. There's something going on. I don't know if it's with the UI replacer or something. I would like to see if now starting a game is gonna work. Right, I'm gonna do some more testing with the games, not with the games, with the mods. To I want to try the melon trees on its own and see if that crashes, to make sure that's the problem. I want to try the dagger replacer on its own as well, and if they do work, then we're gonna have to dig a little deeper to find out what's happening. For now, what are you telling me, Twitch? Who is playing Morrowind? Essentially is my question right now. Me. Baldur's Gate, Skyrim, of course. Let's check for Morrowind first. Morrowind. There's only me playing Morrowind? No, the Big Merc and Yendir Ozon. I don't remember who we raided before. Yeah, I'm misclicking. We'll go and watch some Morrowind. Yes, I don't need to hear myself. Thank you. All right. Before we go and take a look at the Big Merc playing Morrowind, let me see. Next week, what do we have? Shut up, me. I can be so rude sometimes, interrupting myself. Creators American highlight their chat message. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, Twitch. All right, next week we have a modders interview that is scheduled, I believe, on Wednesday. On Monday, there is a More Oblivion Let's Play on YouTube. I will be streaming on Friday, so it's a definite shift from Thursday morning to Friday morning. It's a bit of a revolution, considering I've been doing Thursday morning since I started streaming on Twitch. But it's easier to organize my week that way, so that's the way it is. And then Sunday I want to play some more. I'm sure I will be doing some modding on my own and troubleshooting things. I wanted to see more of the game, but never mind, that's what you get for modding Morrowind. I wish you all a really good night or afternoon, morning, whatever it is, and I'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye guys, see you soon.
Okay, yeah, this is the right way.